Greetings and welcome back, everyone. I am Zar or Zardia, also known as Matthew, and today I wanted to give everyone an update on my now completed Dart Zone Destructor loadout. There is a lot that this loadout can do in battle, so let's get into it. I have removed the front sling mount here. As you can see, we have replaced it with a Picatinny adapter. And on top of that, I have a laser sight slash torch combo, which is actually pretty cool. So with this, you turn it on. There is our laser sight right there. And when you hit this switch, you can switch between the laser, the flashlight, and the laser. The flashlight is extremely bright, or just the flashlight. So that option is really cool, and this laser targeting actually makes this thing quite a bit more accurate. So the Picatinny rail is secured onto this Dart Zone rail without any problems. We have our front handle here, which has two positions. I like to use this position for the melee attack. As you can see, I have attached a foam pool noodle here and sanded it down a bit. It's secured in place with this zip tie, meaning it's not going anywhere, and the zip tie can be removed, meaning that this is detachable as well. So when it comes to close quarters combat, CQB, you are ready for Zambie slaying action in case you are out. And it actually wields pretty well, given the overall handle of this thing. Forgive me all allergies today. So we have our hopper here. The hopper technology is pretty cool. It's also much more improved than the Dart Zone command fire, or Adventure Force command fire, whichever. This fires a lot more reliably, and the rate of fire is also much higher. It's really good for full auto, which surprises me quite a bit. So here we have our single shot loading mechanism. This is cool for CQB when you're just needing to get one or two shots off. And that's why I have this bandolier. This is useful for the single shot loading. And this bandolier also doubles as a sling, which is great. So in my review of the Dart Zone Destructor, we discussed exactly how to load it. And in trying to devise a tactical loadout for this, I was challenged. So I came up with the idea of, let's get one of these lockers and let's organize the darts within in such a way that it would be easy to reload this. And there you have it. So this cardboard insert here keeps the darts in place, and this allows you to move around with this on you without these darts rattling around. And then once you come to a point where you're ready to hunker down in a corner, hold out, then you can drop this down, open it up, grab a handful of darts easily, because they're all organized in the same pattern you need to load this, and then just drop them right in. This holds approximately 325 to 350 darts if you organize them in this pattern. And together with the bandolier and a full hopper, which is 40 rounds, the bandolier, which is 20 rounds, and then this, which is 325 to 350, you get just under 400 rounds, which should be more than enough for any Zambies. You should not have any worries about capacity when using this loadout. Normally this is seen as a secondary type blaster. With this type of loadout, you could move this up to a primary. And it could also function as a secondary. And the fact you have melee included with it, I think increases its overall potential on the field. So let's get to a firing demo. There are no internal modifications to the Dart Zone Destructor, seeing as it is already a very good blaster. And you should not really need to modify much of anything to get good performance out of it. So I've got my target set up here. We're going to turn this laser on so I can give you an idea of the accuracy. I have adjusted the height elevation. It is at its lowest setting, and it still is just a little bit high of the target. I'm going to step back here. And of course this will vary from range to range. So if I put the target right above the sight there, or the sight right above the target, Start to rev. You can see the darts are just below it. And most of them did end up going in there or bouncing out. So here's a little bit of closer shot here. The laser's just a little bit above our target. And they're all flying in there. And as you can see, no hiccups. The only time this blaster really hiccups is when it starts to get low. Otherwise, the feeding is very reliable. And you can do single shot if you're quick, which is also very good. So yeah, this laser sight just makes this totally cool. Being able to put the darts just right below it. Extremely accurate blaster. And of course I have the torch included as well, in case we need to have any low light night games. And most important, we have the ability for Zambie slaying action, in which we can just swing this baby around, and if you're in my way, I could stab you with it as well. So a really good blaster, covers many functions on the field. It can perform even at super stock levels, given its rate of fire, its range, its capacity. I really can't say enough about the Dart Zone Destructor, everyone. To me, at least for right now, this is the blaster of the year. And it was really fun in making this loadout for it. And I can't wait to field it at the next war, which is coming up at the end of this month. This will probably be my secondary. And I'll have either a Percy's, which I do have an order coming in, or I will field the Savage Spin, which I am also working on a loadout for currently. And again, that laser is just too cool. And the fact you have a torch option with it. So that completes my update of the Dart Zone Destructor loadout. I still might add something extra here, just for like a cool little look. Maybe some LEDs. Maybe like a little tube running into the energy source here. I'm not sure yet. But for right now, this is the updated Dart Zone Destructor. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, keep thinking that foam, everybody.